So now we're doing Pat Yourself on the Back lives now. This is what it's coming to IUIC. I want to first and foremost start by giving all honor, all praise, and all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash, double unto the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth. Now I know somebody that watches them, they watch this video, they're going to say, see, these brothers, they're filled with hatred. These brothers are filled with envy. They're jealous. No, I mean, if they get to do things publicly, why can't we share public criticism? You know, see, one thing about Jake is they love entertainment, and they also try to understand things through emotion. So they won't really understand why we criticize particular behaviors within the nation. You know, even Yahushua, when he walked on the scene, the scribes and Pharisees had to basically call it straight. This is a man that don't reprove according to the eye. You know, when they was coming to try to, you know, trap him up in his words. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, this is it right here. So you're going to see that they even observe the attitude of Yahushua. I'm going to read it in the NLT. And it says, then the Pharisees met together to plot how to trap Yahushua into saying something for which he could be arrested. They sent some of their disciples along with the supporters of Herod to meet with them. Teacher, they said, we know how honest you are. You teach the way of God truthfully. You are impartial and don't play favorites. See that? Let me get this in the NIV. It says, verse 16, it says, they sent their disciples to him along with the Herodians. Teacher, they said, we know that you are a man of integrity and that you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. You aren't swayed by others because you pay no attention to who they are. So Yahushua, he stood on business. All right, if he saw something that wasn't right, if he saw hypocrisy, he called it out. He stayed critiquing and upbraiding a lot of these wicked Israelites, man. So in Yahushua's time, imagine if, you know, he saw these men, you know, walking around doing what the things that they're doing, you know, doing things for entertainment's sake, doing things so that they could be seen, you know, gimmicks, you know, just doing things outside of the ministry just to attract, you know, different Israelites instead of just teaching. I'm pretty sure Yahushua would have had a lot to say because he was calling out the behavior back then. All right, so let me play this real quick because it seemed like they're, I guess, playing back. I guess they had another march or whatever. They had a bunch of men out there like they normally do. They show up, you know, they invite a bunch of brothers from different camps and they all come to, you know, one place. And that's why you'll see about 1,000 men in purple, you know, walking down the street. Right. So I'm going to play this so that y'all can see that clearly these men do it for praise. They won't praise, man. Now we know Yahushua, he said he doesn't seek honor from men. He doesn't get honor from men. They hated the Lord when he walked the earth. So let's watch this real quick.
That's right. Little man saw something he never seen before in his life. All praises. This is war. And he will never forget this day on Fordham Road right there. Yeah. Every time he step on foot in the road, he gonna remember he saw the purple and gold out there. Yeah. All praises.
So you see how the brother that's speaking, man. You know, it sounds like pride. You know, like, yeah, look what we just accomplished. Look at that little boy. He saw a bunch of men standing out there. All he saw was that purple and gold. So these men, they, like even Yahweh Shai said, and they love the praise of man more than the praise of the Most High. You can see it, man. For men love the praise of men more than praise of the Most High God. Because yeah, back then you had certain guys in the synagogues that they believed on Yahweh Shai, but they didn't want to confess him to the public because they feared being thrown out of the synagogue. You know, because men really care about how other people perceive them. They care about the opinion of the public, which is why they pander and do things, you know, for the sake of, you know, public approval. We don't have to march to demonstrate that we serve the Most High God. We don't have to be in uniform clothing and dress in royal colors and all these different things to demonstrate that we fear and we truly serve the Most High. And we don't have to do this to attract anybody to the faith. Those that are meant to receive this, they're going to hear the word being preached. And if they're of the elect, they're going to naturally gravitate because the word is going to work effectually in them. But they think that this is purple magic doing all this work, giving basically praise to themselves. What do we always say, man? This thing is not of us. 2 Corinthians, not 2, 4, and verse 7. I'll start at 6, and I'm gonna go to I'll read it in the Amplified Bible. And it says, "For God, who said, 'Let light shine out of darkness,' is the one who have shown in our hearts to give us the light of the knowledge of the glory and majesty of the Most High, clearly revealed in the face of a Mashiach. But we have this precious treasure, the good news about salvation, in unworthy earthen vessels of human frailty." Right? We're still in these vile bodies, man. So that the grandeur and surpassing greatness of the power will be shown to be from the Most High, his sufficiency, and not from ourselves. And that's why the Lord deals with the lowly. We look like we're bums out here because that's what they say about us. That they call us the bum camp. But look at the spirit and amount of wisdom flowing, you know, from these bums, if you will. The Lord, James said, have not the Lord chosen the poor of this world rich in faith? The church of Smyrna, he said, I know your poverty, but thou art rich. The church at Laodicea, they had the attitude because they had everything, they had wealth and riches, that they basically didn't lack anything. But the Lord basically said, but you actually are. You're destitute. Revelation 3. Yes, Revelation 3 and 14, it says, "And unto the angel of the church of the Laodiceans write, these things saith the Amen, the faithful and true witness, the beginning of the creation of the Most High. I know thy works, that thou art neither hot nor neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Because thou sayest, I am rich, I got money." All right, we're flowing and increase with goods and have need of nothing. That's why they look down on brothers and call them bums, right? And knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked. And that's spiritually. Spiritually, they're they're not doing so well because their leader, he's lifted up in pride. But you see, this dude is spiraling in the doctrine, constantly switching things up, and we're able to catch him left and right. It seems like every other week you can catch Nate breaking down something completely wrong. But because his whole organization gives off the appearance like everything is all good. Like Apostle Ramlab did the lesson the other day. They're just one big organized mess. They seem like they're in order and they look well organized, but they're an organized mess. They're really inside. They're wretched, miserable, poor, blind, and naked, man. All right. But to cover over that, they hide behind the gimmicks, the outward appearance. Look at what we're doing. Look at our marches. Look, we're out here doing community service work. It says, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, dealing with your faith, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. And they don't really have eye salve, because if they did, they'd be able to understand with the C hip, the mark of the beast. They would be able to see it clearly. They'd be able to see that clearly, man. But their leader's still acting like he can't see it. So he's naked. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent. All right. And hey, we're in that same spirit, man. We rebuke, we chasten. All right. If we going off, we expect the same. But this live right here, this is just one big pat yourself on the back live. All right. Like, who cares about all this, man? If you, out there teaching and you converting, hey, beautiful. Because the angels rejoice over one sinner that repents. That's a wonderful thing. But if you out here doing this for the praise of men, you're doing this in the wrong spirit. All right. And how the Lord said about how these wicked scribes and Pharisees, let me go to it. It is Matthew 23 and verse 5. And it says, everything they do is for show. This is in NLT. This is Yahushua speaking. On their arms, they wear extra wide prayer boxes. And IUIC, they don't even do that. But they have that outward appearance like they're really, truly in order. It says with scripture verses inside, and they wear robes with extra long tassels. And they love to sit at the head table at banquets and in the seats of honor in the synagogues. They love to receive respectful greetings as they walk in the marketplaces. This is what, now watch this.
To see what strong black men look like. That's what strong black men look like, okay?
See, basically, in other words, they're showing how they're getting respect from, our people out there. The so-called black woman, she's standing there with her son and she's showing him like, this is what, black men, this is what strong black men look like. So a bunch of men standing in purple, all right, marching down the street. That's what strong black men look like. And this is exactly what they do this for, man. They do this so that they can get this kind of praise, because this is what Nate, that we call him Hollywood Nate for a reason. Nate, he loves the adoration. They turning that man into a demigod. You know, they even making AI Nates, you know, doing narrations of his life and stuff like that. It's incredible, man. But the Most High, you know, I don't think he's pleased with any of that. All right. Any man that thinketh, let every man that thinketh he stand. All right. Like I said, was that 2 Corinthians? Any man that thinketh that he stands, let him examine himself, lest he fall. Like, you know, we're not too sure, man. You know, that's why we even say we're of the hopeful elect. We hoping that we're of that number. All right. That which is highly esteemed among men is an abomination in the sight of the Most High. Can't no man boast before the Father of anything. And when we do this thing, we're unprofitable servants. All right. Because this is our duty to do. We owe the Lord. So we don't really need praise for what we're doing. Going out there to you know, wake up our people. Really to wake up the elect, because that's all the Lord is gonna wake up anyway. He's gonna wake up his elect. They're gonna be sealed.
They took over for them. It's over. They everywhere.
Stop the video. She had to first reiterate to her son, this is what strong black men look like. She walked a couple more blocks. She's like, oh no, they took over the whole Fordham Road. Like these guys.
And I'm pretty sure over there, you know, it's a bunch of, you know, businesses, you know, a bunch of market stores. So they're in a marketplace. And like the Yahushua is saying, verse 7, they love to receive respectful greetings as they walk in the marketplaces. You know, people, you know, shaloming them and, hey, look, this is what strong black men look like. And these dudes, they couldn't wait to do a live on that. You know, patting themselves on the back. Now let me jump down. Verse 15, it says, what sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious law, and you Pharisees, hypocrites, for you cross land and sea. You know, you basically, you travel everywhere to make one convert. And then you turn that person into twice the child of hell you yourselves are. Basically, when they, you know, somebody sees that and they get captivated by what they're seeing, and they be like, man, I want to be a part of that. Then you go in there and you know, indoctrinate them up. All right. The commandments, the law. Then they get out there and they start becoming hypocrites like we see them out there teaching the law and wearing your fringes and all that, but your head, your hairline is lined up. You know, men wearing long hair. You know, some of your clothes is probably mixed fabric. If you're supposed to only have one woman, and if you have more than one woman, then you're a whoremonger. You know, just like, and this is what we be saying, man. You start to become twofold a child of hell than the men who converted you. So that's what they be doing. So just like the wicked scribes and Pharisees, they were basically using gimmicks, you know, and trying to appear righteous, but Yahushua saw right through them. So we're seeing that now. And men love praise more than they love the praise of the Most High. And this is not what we do this for, man. We don't do this to seek glory of men or women. All right. We do this simply because we fear. And that is our whole duty, fear the Most High and keep his commandments. And one of those commandments is for us to go out and teach, bid to the marriage. All right. Watch until he comes. Prophesy. So, yeah, man, I happened to catch this live and I was just like, wow, they're really feeling themselves over there, man. That great humbling is gonna come, man, for sure. Because that candle is gonna search throughout Jerusalem. All right, and everybody that settled on their lease, the Lord's gonna visit them, man. Okay, so that's pretty much that, man. I'm gonna give all honor, all praise, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. To the next one, Shalom.